Hello everyone, welcome to Quick Tech Solutions. Today, we have come up with another interesting and important topic in Java programming, popularly known as getters and setters. Getters and setters are widely used in Java. However, not every programmer understands and implements these methods properly. So in this Java tutorial, I would like to discuss deeply about getter and setter in Java. Getters and setters come into picture with the term encapsulation, which is one of the principles of object-oriented programming. Encapsulation means that you need to hide the data from the user to avoid any sort of unwanted changes made to it. And also allow only restricted amount of operations a user can carry over the data. Getters and setters in Java are methods that let us read and write the value of an instance variable of an object. This is the way we can set and get values rather without exposing the fields of the class. So far, setter and getter methods protect a variable's value from unexpected changes by outside world. In other words, it restricts the end user or another programmer to make unauthorized changes through the program. When a variable is hidden by private modifier and can be accessed only through getter and setter, it is encapsulated. Encapsulation is one of the fundamental principles in object-oriented programming. Thus, implementing getter and setter is one of ways to enforce encapsulation in the code. The following image demonstrates how the getter and setter work. In this image, there are two classes, as class A and class B. The class A has an integer variable named number. Now, if this variable number is marked private, then the method of class B cannot access it directly, and thus, it cannot modify it. So, to provide only limited access to this variable, class A has two public methods named as getNumber and setNumber. Now, the method of class B can only read or write its value using the getNumber and setNumber methods. For each instance variable, a getter method returns its value while a setter method sets or updates its value. Given this, getters and setters are also known as accessors and mutators, respectively. By convention, getters start with the word get and setters with the word set, followed by a variable name. Here, an important point to note is that the name of the variable to be written after get or set begins with the first letter in uppercase. For example, if the variable is declared as private int number, then the getter will be public int getNumber with n in uppercase. In the same way, setter will be declared as public void setNumber with n in uppercase. So, now that you are aware of what is a getter and setter and why it is used in Java programming, let us understand how to create them and access them with the help of an example. We already have our Eclipse IDE open, where we have already created a main class with public static void main method. We will create another class here. Therefore, we will right-click on our package W3 Grads tutorial, then select New and then select Class. After that, we will name the class as Vehicle, and then click on Finish. Now inside our public class, we will declare a string variable named color, so, we will type string color. Since, we do not want any other class to modify our color variable, so we will restrict the access level of color variable to class. For this, we will type private before string. After this we will define our get method to allow limited access to the variable. This method will help in reading the value of instance variable. So, just below the string variable declaration, we will type public string get color followed by parentheses, and a pair of curly braces. Now, you must be wondering, why we have declared the method as public? Well, the reason is that we are enabling the other classes to read and write values of the color variable through methods, so they must have global accessibility. Therefore, getters and setters are declared as public. Moreover, the get methods simply read the value, so they always have a return type, which is same as the type of instance variable. Thus, it has a string as return type. Now, within the parentheses, we will simply return the value of color by writing return color along with semicolon. This statement will return the value of color. After this, we will define our set method to write a value of color. To do this we will type public void set color along with parentheses. Inside the parentheses, we will pass a string type variable name C as a parameter. Then, we will put two curly braces, and within these curly braces, we will assign the value of string parameter C to our instance variable color, by typing color equal to C. Now, we are all set to see the working of this code. We will go back to our class to the main class, and inside the main method, we will create the object of vehicle class. We will type vehicle v equal to new vehicle, followed by parentheses and semicolon. Then, in the next line, we will use this object to set the value of color variable. For this, we will type v.color. Immediately we will see an error indicating that the file v.color is not visible. This means that color variable is directly not accessible. So, we will make changes, and type v.setColor, and within the parentheses, we will pass an argument as yellow. Now, in the next line, we will output this value by using the get method. So we will type system.out.println, and within the parentheses, we will pass v.getColor as an argument. On saving the code, and executing it, we will get the output as yellow. So, this example clearly shows that getters and setters allow control over the values. You may validate the given value in the setter before actually setting the value. And this is how you can use getter and setter method in Java to ensure data encapsulation and protect data. I hope you have enjoyed this video and understood the concept well. So, keep learning and I will see you next time. Until then, please don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for more interesting videos. Thank you.